小组讨论必会英语，全油管最强磨耳朵，光速提升英语水平。How can we improve team communication?
How can we improve team communication?
我们如何改善团队沟通？
How can we improve team communication?
We could schedule regular check-ins and use collaboration tools.
What strategies can boost productivity?
What strategies can boost productivity?
哪些策略可以提高生产力？
What strategies can boost productivity?
Setting clear goals and prioritizing tasks can help.
Should we adopt a 4-day work week?
Should we adopt a 4-day work week?
我们应该采用每周4天工作制吗？
Should we adopt a 4-day work week?
I think it could improve work-life balance.
How do we handle conflicts in the team?
How do we handle conflicts in the team?
我们如何处理团队中的冲突？
How do we handle conflicts in the team?
We should address them openly and find a compromise.
What tools can enhance our collaboration?
What tools can enhance our collaboration?
哪些工具可以增强我们的协作？
What tools can enhance our collaboration?
We can use project management software and communication apps.
How can we better support mental health?
How can we better support mental health?
我们如何更好地支援心理健康？
How can we better support mental health?
We can provide more resources and create a supportive community.
What are the key goals for this quarter?
What are the key goals for this quarter?
本季度的主要目标是什么？
What are the key goals for this quarter?
We aim to increase sales by 20% and improve customer satisfaction.
How do we measure our team's success?
How do we measure our team's success?
我们如何衡量团队的成功？
How do we measure our team's success?
We measure it by our project outcomes and team collaboration.
What skills should we focus on developing?
What skills should we focus on developing?
我们应该专注于培养哪些技能？
What skills should we focus on developing?
We should focus on communication and problem-solving skills.
How can we increase employee engagement?
How can we increase employee engagement?
我们如何提高员工敬业度？
How can we increase employee engagement?
We can implement regular feedback sessions and team-building activities.
What are the biggest challenges we face?
What are the biggest challenges we face?
我们面临的最大挑战是什么？
What are the biggest challenges we face?
I think climate change and inequality are major issues.
How do we prioritize our tasks effectively?
How do we prioritize our tasks effectively?
我们如何有效地确定任务的优先顺序？
How do we prioritize our tasks effectively?
We can use the Eisenhower matrix to categorize tasks by urgency and importance.
How can we foster innovation in our team?
How can we foster innovation in our team?
我们如何在团队中促进创新？
How can we foster innovation in our team?
We can encourage open communication and brainstorming sessions.
What feedback do we need to give each other?
What feedback do we need to give each other?
我们需要给彼此什么反馈？
What feedback do we need to give each other?
We should discuss our communication and collaboration.
How do we celebrate our achievements?
How do we celebrate our achievements?
我们如何庆祝我们的成就？
How do we celebrate our achievements?
We can throw a party and share our success with everyone.
How can we streamline our processes?
How can we streamline our processes?
我们如何简化流程？
How can we streamline our processes?
We can start by identifying bottlenecks and automating repetitive tasks.
What is our vision for the next year?
What is our vision for the next year?
我们对明年的愿景是什么？
What is our vision for the next year?
Our vision is to expand our market presence and enhance customer satisfaction.
How do we handle remote team dynamics?
How do we handle remote team dynamics?
我们如何处理远端团队动态？
How do we handle remote team dynamics?
We can use regular check-ins and collaborative tools to maintain communication.
How can we improve our customer service?
How can we improve our customer service?
我们如何改善客户服务？
How can we improve our customer service?
We can provide more training for our staff.
What role does mentorship play in our team?
What role does mentorship play in our team?
导师只在我们的团队中扮演什么角色？
What role does mentorship play in our team?
Mentorship helps us grow, share knowledge, and build stronger relationships.
How do we stay updated with industry trends?
How do we stay updated with industry trends?
我们如何紧跟行业趋势？
How do we stay updated with industry trends?
We can follow industry news websites and attend relevant conferences.
What are our team's core values?
What are our team's core values?
我们团队的核心价值观是什么？
What are our team's core values?
Our core values are integrity, collaboration, and innovation.
How can we enhance our problem-solving skills?
How can we enhance our problem-solving skills?
我们如何提高解决问题的能力？
How can we enhance our problem-solving skills?
We can practice critical thinking and collaborate with others.
What is the impact of technology on our work?
What is the impact of technology on our work?
技术对我们的工作有什么影响？
What is the impact of technology on our work?
Technology increases efficiency and allows for remote collaboration.
How do we ensure work-life balance?
How do we ensure work-life balance?
我们如何确保工作与生活的平衡？
How do we ensure work-life balance?
We can set clear boundaries between work and personal time.
What are the most effective meeting strategies?
What are the most effective meeting strategies?
最有效的会议策略是什么？
What are the most effective meeting strategies?
Setting a clear agenda and encouraging participation are key.
How can we better utilize our resources?
How can we better utilize our resources?
我们如何更好地利用我们的资源？
How can we better utilize our resources?
We can start by analyzing our current usage and identifying areas for improvement.
What are our team's biggest strengths?
What are our team's biggest strengths?
我们团队最大的优势是什么？
What are our team's biggest strengths?
Our team's biggest strengths are collaboration and creativity.
Alice will take notes during the meeting.
Alice will take notes during the meeting.
Alice 将在会议期间做笔记。
Who will take notes during the meeting?
Alice will take notes during the meeting.
Bob will present our findings.
Bob will present our findings.
Bob 将介绍我们的发现。
Who will present our findings?
Bob will present our findings.
Charlie will manage the time.
Charlie will manage the time.
查理会管理时间。
Who will manage the time for the project?
Charlie will manage the time.
Diana will handle the questions.
Diana will handle the questions.
戴安娜将回答这些问题。
Who will take care of the questions?
Diana will handle the questions.
Eve will summarize the discussion.
Eve will summarize the discussion.
Eve 将总结讨论。
Who will summarize the discussion?
Eve will summarize the discussion.
Frank will research the background.
Frank will research the background.
Frank 将研究背景。
What will Frank do?
Frank will research the background.
Grace will create the presentation slides.
Grace will create the presentation slides.
Grace 将创建演示幻灯片。
Who will create the presentation slides?
Grace will create the presentation slides.
Hank will coordinate the logistics.
Hank will coordinate the logistics.
Hank 将协调后勤工作。
Who will handle the logistics for the event?
Hank will coordinate the logistics.
Ivy will lead the brainstorming session.
Ivy will lead the brainstorming session.
Ivy 将主持头脑风暴会议。
Who will lead the brainstorming session?
Ivy will lead the brainstorming session.
Jack will track action items.
Jack will track action items.
Jack 将跟踪操作项。
Who will keep an eye on the tasks?
Jack will track action items.
Kathy will provide feedback on the ideas.
Kathy will provide feedback on the ideas.
Kathy 将提供有关这些想法的反馈。
Who will review the proposals?
Kathy will provide feedback on the ideas.
Leo will gather data for our project.
Leo will gather data for our project.
Leo 将为我们的专案收集数据。
Who will gather data for our project?
Leo will gather data for our project.
Mia will oversee the group dynamics.
Mia will oversee the group dynamics.
Mia 将监督团队动态。
Who will manage the team during the project?
Mia will oversee the group dynamics.
Nina will draft the final report.
Nina will draft the final report.
Nina 将起草最终报告。
Who will draft the final report?
Nina will draft the final report.
Oscar will facilitate the discussion.
Oscar will facilitate the discussion.
Oscar 将促进讨论。
Who will lead the meeting?
Oscar will facilitate the discussion.
Paula will ensure everyone participates.
Paula will ensure everyone participates.
Paula 将确保每个人都参与其中。
Who will make sure everyone joins the meeting?
Paula will ensure everyone participates.
Quinn will analyze the results.
Quinn will analyze the results.
Quinn 将分析结果。
Who will analyze the results?
Quinn will analyze the results.
Rita will check the deadlines.
Rita will check the deadlines.
Rita 将检查截止日期。
Who will check the deadlines?
Rita will check the deadlines.
Sam will communicate with stakeholders.
Sam will communicate with stakeholders.
Sam 将与利益相关者进行沟通。
Who will handle the project updates?
Sam will communicate with stakeholders.
Tina will organize the materials.
Tina will organize the materials.
Tina 将整理材料。
Who will organize the materials?
Tina will organize the materials.
Uma will keep the group focused.
Uma will keep the group focused.
Uma 将让团队保持专注。
Who will help us stay on track during the meeting?
Uma will keep the group focused.
Vera will document the decisions made.
Vera will document the decisions made.
Vera 将记录所做的决定。
Who will keep track of the meeting decisions?
Vera will document the decisions made.
Will share the agenda.
Will share the agenda.
Will 将分享议程。
Who will share the agenda?
Will share the agenda.
Zena will follow up on tasks.
Zena will follow up on tasks.
Zena 将跟进任务。
Will Zena take care of the tasks?
Yes, Zena will follow up on tasks.
Yara will lead the feedback session.
Yara will lead the feedback session.
Yara 将主持反馈会议。
Who will lead the feedback session?
Yara will lead the feedback session.
Zach will prepare the budget proposal.
Zach will prepare the budget proposal.
Zach 将准备预算提案。
Who will prepare the budget proposal?
Zach will prepare the budget proposal.
Amy will research competitors.
Amy will research competitors.
Amy 将研究竞争对手。
What will Amy do for the project?
Amy will research competitors.
Brian will outline the project timeline.
Brian will outline the project timeline.
Brian 将概述项目时程表。
What will Brian do in the meeting?
Brian will outline the project timeline.
Kathy will manage the group chat.
Kathy will manage the group chat.
Kathy 将管理群聊。
Who will manage the group chat?
Kathy will manage the group chat.
David will present the risks involved.
David will present the risks involved.
David 将介绍所涉及的风险。
Who will discuss the project risks?
David will present the risks involved.
Ella will review the final draft.
Ella will review the final draft.
Ella 将审查最终草稿。
Who will review the final draft?
Ella will review the final draft.
What do you think about this idea?
What do you think about this idea?
你怎么看这个想法？
What do you think about this idea?
I think it's a great opportunity.
I agree with that point.
I agree with that point.
我同意这一点。
Do you think we should implement this new policy?
I agree with that point.
Can you elaborate on that?
Can you elaborate on that?
你能详细说明一下吗？
Can you elaborate on that?
Sure, I can provide more details.
Let's hear from everyone.
Let's hear from everyone.
让我们听听大家的意见。
What do you think about the project?
Let's hear from everyone.
I have a different perspective.
I have a different perspective.
我有不同的看法。
What do you think about the new policy?
I have a different perspective.
How does this impact our goals?
How does this impact our goals?
这对我们的目标有何影响？
How does this impact our goals?
It helps us stay on track and meet our deadlines.
What are the potential challenges?
What are the potential challenges?
潜在的挑战是什么？
What are the potential challenges?
There could be issues with resources and time management.
I like that suggestion.
I like that suggestion.
我喜欢这个建议。
What do you think about my idea?
I like that suggestion.
Can we prioritize these tasks?
Can we prioritize these tasks?
我们能否确定这些任务的优先顺序？
Can we prioritize these tasks?
Yes, let's focus on the most urgent ones first.
What data supports this claim?
What data supports this claim?
哪些数据支援这种说法？
What data supports this claim?
The recent study shows a 20% increase in sales.
Let's summarize our main points.
Let's summarize our main points.
让我们总结一下我们的要点。
Can we go over what we've discussed today?
Sure. Let's summarize our main points.
Who will take the lead on this?
Who will take the lead on this?
谁将在这方面发挥带头作用？
Who will take the lead on this?
I can take the lead.
What is our timeline for this project?
What is our timeline for this project?
我们这个项目的时程表是怎样的？
What is our timeline for this project?
We aim to complete it by the end of next month.
Are there any objections?
Are there any objections?
有什么异议吗？
Are there any objections?
No, everyone agrees.
How can we improve this proposal?
How can we improve this proposal?
我们如何改进这个提案？
How can we improve this proposal?
We could add more data to support our arguments.
What resources do we need?
What resources do we need?
我们需要什么资源？
What resources do we need?
We need more manpower and materials.
Can we break this down further?
Can we break this down further?
我们能进一步分解一下吗？
Can we break this down further?
Sure, let's analyze each part.
What are the next steps?
What are the next steps?
下一步是什么？
What are the next steps?
We need to finalize the report and schedule a meeting.
I think we should consider alternatives.
I think we should consider alternatives.
我认为我们应该考虑其他选择。
What do you think about our current plan?
I think we should consider alternatives.
How does this align with our mission?
How does this align with our mission?
这与我们的使命如何保持一致？
How does this align with our mission?
It directly supports our goal of sustainability.
What feedback have we received?
What feedback have we received?
我们收到了哪些反馈？
What feedback have we received?
Most people are satisfied with the changes.
Let's focus on solutions.
Let's focus on solutions.
让我们专注于解决方案。
What should we do about the problem?
Let's focus on solutions.
Can we set a deadline for this?
Can we set a deadline for this?
我们可以为此设定一个截止日期吗？
Can we set a deadline for this?
Yes, let's aim for next Friday.
What are the risks involved?
What are the risks involved?
涉及哪些风险？
What are the risks involved?
There are several, including financial loss and reputational damage.
How will we measure success?
How will we measure success?
我们将如何衡量成功？
How will we measure success?
We will measure success by the increase in customer satisfaction.
Is everyone on the same page?
Is everyone on the same page?
每个人都在同一页面上吗？
Is everyone on the same page?
Yes, we all understand the plan.
What are the key takeaways?
What are the key takeaways?
主要收获是什么？
What are the key takeaways?
The main points are clarity, focus, and action.
Can we revisit this later?
Can we revisit this later?
我们以后可以重新审视这个问题吗？
Can we revisit this later?
Sure, let's discuss it after the meeting.
How does this affect our budget?
How does this affect our budget?
这对我们的预算有何影响？
How does this affect our budget?
It will increase our expenses by 20%.
What are the long-term implications?
What are the long-term implications?
长期影响是什么？
What are the long-term implications?
They could affect our economy and environment significantly.
Let's make a decision today.
Let's make a decision today.
我们今天就做个决定。
What should we do about the project?
Let's make a decision today.
We reached a consensus on the main points.
We reached a consensus on the main points.
我们就要点达成了共识。
Did we finalize the discussion?
Yes, we reached a consensus on the main points.
The majority agreed on the proposed solution.
The majority agreed on the proposed solution.
大多数人同意提出的解决方案。
What was the outcome of the meeting?
The majority agreed on the proposed solution.
Key issues were identified and addressed.
Key issues were identified and addressed.
确定并解决了关键问题。
What was discussed in the meeting?
Key issues were identified and addressed.
Action items were assigned to each member.
Action items were assigned to each member.
操作项已分配给每个成员。
What happened in the meeting?
Action items were assigned to each member.
We will follow up on the progress next week.
We will follow up on the progress next week.
我们将在下周跟进进展。
When will we check on the project status?
We will follow up on the progress next week.
The discussion highlighted several important factors.
The discussion highlighted several important factors.
讨论强调了几个重要因素。
What did the meeting focus on?
The discussion highlighted several important factors.
Everyone contributed valuable insights.
Everyone contributed valuable insights.
每个人都贡献了宝贵的见解。
What did you think of the meeting?
Everyone contributed valuable insights.
We need to gather more data before proceeding.
We need to gather more data before proceeding.
在继续之前，我们需要收集更多数据。
Can we move forward with the project?
We need to gather more data before proceeding.
The timeline for implementation was established.
The timeline for implementation was established.
确定了实施时程表。
What was discussed in the meeting?
The timeline for implementation was established.
Feedback from all members was considered.
Feedback from all members was considered.
考虑了所有成员的反馈。
Was the feedback from the team taken into account?
Yes, feedback from all members was considered.
恳请订阅卓越语言学校，一起学习超实用英语。